Hello teachers. So this video is mainly to help all the invigilators, that is CBSE class 10 term 1 exam assistant superintendent, that is also called as invigilators responsibility. So I will tell you what are the things that are expected from all the invigilators. So first of all, I hope everyone know the OMR sheet, the answer sheet. We must know this, we must understand. So you see here all the essential details, roll number, name, subject, everything is already filled, so children need not fill that. But only thing here they have to fill is question paper code. In the question paper, in the top right side there will be a code, 5-digit code. So here there are 5 empty boxes, there are slash, some boxes have slashes, leave that. But in the 5 empty boxes they will fill that question code. Then here in the middle, so there will be totally 60 question. Okay, so there is a facility that children can attend a maximum of 60 question. So I'll tell you about that later. And at the bottom, so there is a statement, I confirm that all particulars given above are correct. So children should write that statement and then put their signature. And at last, here invigilator signature and ID number is there. So we will put our signature and we won't write our name. Instead of our name, there will be a number given to all of us. We'll write that number. So before explaining about this fully, I want to remind you the timings. So as you see here, at 9:45 children will enter our school campus and they will check their seating arrangement and all. And at 10:30 only they will enter the exam hall, exam room. That means we should also be present in the exam room at 10:30. Until 10:45 children can come. After 10:45 no student will be allowed to enter the room, exam room, even exam center also. So all children should come before 10:45. The least time is 10:45. At 10:45, between 10:45 to 11 o'clock, so we invigilator, that is assistant superintendent, we will check whether the children are sitting in the correct seat as per their roll number, and we will also give them some instruction, so how to fill the things and all. Okay, so that is what we will do between 10:45 to 11. And from 11 to 11:10 we will receive both OMR sheets as well as questions. So between 11 to 11:10 we will receive answer sheet, that is OMR sheet, as well as the question paper. And at 11:10 we will distribute both question paper as well as OMR sheet. At 11:10 we will distribute. Okay, before 11:10 all students will receive their question paper as well as OMR sheet. And you should be very careful. Once the children receive the OMR sheet and question paper, they will in the OMR sheet they will only write these things. You see here, they will write the question paper code and they will write this statement that I confirm that all the particulars given above are correct. They can do it at last also, but you should check whether they are doing it or not, and they will put their signature. So this thing only they will do. After doing this, they will take the question paper and the time is given for reading time. They will read the question paper till 11:30. Till 11:30 student will only read the question. They won't attend any answer. In the OMR sheet they are not allowed to shade anything. Okay, only at 11:30 the exam commences, that is the children will start writing in the OMR sheet. So they will write from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. Okay, 1.5 hours time is there. So at 1 o'clock you will collect the OMR sheet. Okay, so this is what the timing is. And as invigilators, what we have to do, we should ensure everything. First we should see whether the children are writing the question code properly, and this statement whether they have written or not, and this candidate signature they have put or not. We will check this, and after checking this only we can sign here and write our identification number, and we'll give them proper instruction. What are the instruction? Yeah, how to write the answer, that is main thing. You see here it is given. Yeah, so for every question there will be 4 circles A B C D and a rectangular box and a final circle. So if they think option B is correct, they will shade the B circle completely, and at the same time in the rectangular box they will write B. If they fail to write, even though when they shade, it will not be considered. What they write in the rectangular box, that only will be considered. So we should tell them properly. So even when they shade, they should write. Okay. And this last circle, so when the children, you see for questions, options are there, choices are there. Out of 40 question or out of 50 question, they may have to write 40 question like that. So there are some question they will leave in choice. So that for that question they will shade in the last circle. That is, when the last circle is shaded, this question will be considered as unattempted. If they leave any question unattempted, they should surely shade it. If there is no shading in a particular question, for example, for question number 16, ABCD nothing is shaded, in the rectangle box nothing is written, and in the final circle also nothing is shaded, means this will be considered unfair, means that is like a mistake, like something cheating or some mistake is done, any unfair thing is done. So the invigilator should check. They should instruct the student to attend all the question, and if not attending any question, they should circle in the shade in the last circle. We should tell them properly. At the same time, we will check that also. Just randomly we can check at the beginning, at the end, and in the middle also, and we will keep on instructing the student. Okay, so whatever they may. And one more thing, yeah, I want to tell. You see here, yeah. So sometimes initially they may think option B is correct and they shaded B, but finally they change their mind and they think that option A is correct. So they are writing with blue or black pen, so they cannot erase this. So what they will do, if they consider option A is correct, in the rectangular box instead of writing B they will write A. They can write with capital letter or small letter. So if they write like that, though it is shaded B, in the rectangular box they wrote A, so A will be considered as the answer. Okay, so this is the normal format. They will first shade and they will write in the rectangular box. But even when the shading is wrong, so in the box if you write correctly, that will be considered. And sometimes even they fail to shade anything, but in the rectangular box they wrote option A or anything, mean that will also be considered. So what they write in the rectangular box, it is very very important. So we should instruct this to the children. So at the same time, children, you see question number 17, nothing is shaded. ABCD nothing is shaded, in the box nothing is written, and in the last unattempted circle there also nothing is shaded. So if any children do like this will be considered unfair. So we should check. If anybody is doing like that, we should tell them either to shade any option and or writing in the rectangular box. Otherwise, they will shade the unattempted question. So this thing we have to look very very carefully, and we should be very careful. So mostly our school staff are acting as invigilator to our school children. So we should maintain the dignity. We should conduct the exam properly. If the student asks any help or anything, any cheating, we should not allow that. Okay, so I hope you would have got some idea. Even if the children get any confusion, we should be ready to guide them properly regarding the format of the question. So these are the things, please keep it in mind, and all the best for your examination. Thank you.